Hello, today is November 3rd, and it is the 8th day of 30 Days of Thanks. And today's thanksworthy thing is the freedom of speech. Had a very interesting conversation today with some coworkers over lunch about some pretty heated topics. Everything from gun control, gun ownership rights, Second Amendment, of course, to the notion of compatibility of people groups, immigration, the terrorist murdering people in New York, the bicyclists, and people's reactions to that. And pretty serious topics. We didn't agree. We had different points of view, and I really respect the intellect of the people with whom we were discussing the topics, and didn't reach agreement. But I'm very grateful that we could have the discussions, that we could be adult enough to discuss such matters. Not only adult enough, but also to live in a country where you have the right to do that. Certainly, you would not have that right to speak out in certain places in the world. Communist countries come to mind. Perhaps other places where there's less respect for individual rights and really abuse of the people through tyranny, through the arrogance to say that some central power should have so much power and influence that they can shut you down or you make you disappear for speaking out against them or speaking about certain topics. So that's a right that we have to fight for. And so the First Amendment is as much about, I think, fighting for your rights as the Second Amendment is, regardless of where you stand on that. And it would also say that in this age, this amazing time when, similar to when the printing press was made, and now all of a sudden people had so much more opportunity to share information, to learn, to express their opinions, and to speak out. Now, in the age of the internet, we're empowered to be able to speak to people pretty much anywhere in the world. And I think that's very liberating, even though there's a lot of juvenile content and silliness that happens. The opportunities to speak to deeper subjects and to speak truth to power, as they say, is critical as well. Rock on, sister. I would also say that it's a very dangerous proposal that avenues of communication and social media, like the usual suspects, Facebook and Yahoo and YouTube, you can tell that the people behind them have a political bent. You can see that in the news feed from Yahoo and whomever else. And the fact that they can potentially, demonetize you or tell you that we're going to censor your content in one way or another. And maybe they hide behind an algorithm and they say, well, we have these algorithms, but I think the proof's in the pudding. We see a lot of things happening these days where people we thought were established power brokers and were untouchable, they're taking the fall. And I think we'll just say power of the people, power of the individual, power of those who would try to speak their mind and convince other people of what the truth is and be truth seekers and to care about the truth and not so much about getting your way or about being right or exerting your influence at the cost of other people's liberty. So we're thankful for freedom of speech, First Amendment, and the internet. Long may it live.